Free-to-play and old-school RuneScape is some of the least updated and most nostalgic content in the game for me, and I want to see how fast I can beat it on a single-life hardcore Ironman account. What does beat it mean? Am I going to get 99 in all of the free-to-play skills without ever leaving free-to-play? Hell no. I simply refuse to do that to myself. There are, however, a good chunk of quests in the free-to-play game mode that have a surprising amount of puzzle solving and optimization between them to make getting a free-to-play quest cape a fun challenge, and that's the run I'm doing. Every single quest in free-to-play as fast as I can without losing the red helmet. Say hello to runescape. This is the test account for the entire run, and his job is to figure out what I've done wrong in the planning stages that led to this moment. See, most of the run was originally based off of the OSRS wiki's efficient free-to-play quest order, which is what inspired this run in the first place. That guide isn't built for speedrunning though, since they tell you to get 33 magic and 37 prayer before doing Dragon Slayer, and it's a little off in a few other ways too, so I had to break it down into a long spreadsheet for myself to follow and edit as I went. For now though, the main question isn't what's good for the final boss fight, but how quickly I can even get there in the first place, and how high I can get my magic level passively before the fight becomes an issue. That's where the run starts, as any good Ironman speedrun should, logging in and out every 30 minutes to scam runes from a nice lady in the starting area. I wasn't really sure how many casts of Airstrike I might need for this whole run, so I figured 1,000 runes would be a good place to start. Maybe that's too many, maybe that's not enough, but that's the whole point of this first attempt. We're gonna find out. Before I even get to talk to anyone that might give a quest though, I've already got to start the intertwining of items and requirements that a speedrun of anything in RuneScape requires. We're world hopping to steal onions from the general store, or chopping and burning logs to make ash. Most of the fun I found in routing this run was fitting these kinds of requirements in between all of the other steps I have to do to actually accomplish things. You know, figuring out how to zero time things that can sometimes be annoying item requirements for a quest is quite satisfying. Someone stole my pot. I do use the Quest Helper plugin a lot for this run. It may seem counterintuitive in a way, given how out of order I'm doing things and, doing one quest step, moving on to another thing, gathering some items, doing a different quest step. But when all you have to do is finish a quest as the next step of the run, I'm not going to take the time to write out every step for myself when someone else has done it for me with a much easier plugin. It does mess me up a little bit later, because it's a little bit jank, but it mostly saves me time and effort, which I love. How far can this guy go? Oh my god. He's going to the general store. Woo, quest number 1 done. Okay, well I should have brought runes to cast spells this whole time. I did forget about that a little bit. Stuff like that felt frustrating in the moment, but the entire point of this first run was to test things out, so me forgetting stuff makes sense. It's also why you may have wondered I don't have a live split timer on screen for a speed run. That is mostly a psychological thing. This first run is just an experiment. It's just for me to play around, follow the route I've written for myself, and make mistakes. You know what I mean? It helps me plan for the next run. So having a timer on it, a little bit stressful, a little annoying to deal with live split timers because the program kind of sucks. People don't talk about that. It sucks to use, especially for anything that's more than a few hours, which this shouldn't be, but when you're doing a test run, trying things out, it definitely lasts longer than it should. So that'll happen in the next episodes, but for now we are testing the route, we're testing the game, we're testing myself, and we're forgetting everything. Finally getting started on the X marks the spot quest that we started earlier, just right while we're finishing Cook's Assistant 2. And basically everything except Dragon Slayer is done in tandem with everything else, which is nice. So there's quest number 2. Yeah, we do some more digging for X marks the spot. Continuing with rune mysteries while we're still working on X marks the spot. It's a long detour to get to this wizard's tower, so any of these steps that we can fit in while doing other stuff is good. There's X marks the spot done. We lamp cooking. And that gives us a GP for the next few steps, which is nice. This is going to be kind of an annoying RNG part of the run. I've got to kill imps for beads. We're using Wind Strike. If we get unlucky here, it's going to be a real bummer. Good magic XP, though, it should be. There are not a lot of places that can go too horribly wrong for me in this run. You know, it's free to play, nothing is that hard, but a brand new account killing imps for beads could take 5 minutes or it could take 30, and that's the difference between a run being speedy or not. Oh, 1 bead already, that's not bad. It's 5 KC, hopefully we can keep that up. Well, I'm losing imps already. That said, me committing to doing this on a hardcore should show you how few risks there are to the actual account. Throughout the entire run, there isn't much RNG and there isn't much danger, but there's enough to sway my timer on the runs that actually matter. You know, once I've done the practice runs and figured out where my spreadsheet was wrong along the way, then the RNG starts to become an issue. For now, though, hopefully we're average, so we can see what the future might be like. Woo, free mage bonus. Oh, another white one? Oh no. Oh, let's go. Oh, and a black one? Let's go. I just need yellow. How long is this gonna take? Oh my god. I hate manual casting. These guys are too tiny. Another red bead. Oh, there it is. Let's go. 29 KC. That was not bad at all. Level 10 magic, almost level 11. We're close to Fire Strike. Got a couple. Well, we got 1 HP level, which should help us in the security stronghold later. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Maybe I can get a few more levels before we actually get to need that. At this point, because I forgot to have the runes in my inventory earlier while I was questing, my HP is a little lower than is ideal for the stronghold, but you don't really need HP levels to survive in there. What you do need is barbarian meat, but playing a hardcore, it's always nice to have some extra HP levels. In the future runs, I should have at least 12 HP by this point, maybe even 13 if I'm lucky, so that wiggle room will be very helpful. Got a Jagex account, so I should just be able to spam click through. Hell yeah. It's nice not having to set up the authenticator anymore. This is going so well already. Woo! I feel like we've made it through. Did get 1 HP there, but should be fine. Oh, I also shouldn't have run there. It's kind of annoying. I think it is worth letting myself get another energy here. Gotta eat up. And we are chilling. Hell yes! We kept the hardcore. Okay, I didn't put a banking spot in for all of this stuff, so we'll save some time on that in the future. Looks like I got a bank before I come up to the stronghold. That's easy enough. Okay, I've got to mine clay, and this could go poorly depending on how many bots there are here. I mean, it's free to play, it can be pretty bad, but I have not seen very many bots on this run so far, so maybe it's fine. I mean, well, there's definitely already mining happening, but not on the clay it seems like, so I think we're good. That was another thing I was really worried about just before starting this run, was how many bots there usually are in free-to-play, especially at this exact mining spot. At this clay rock in the past, I've seen like 7 bots stacked, but that was years ago. Maybe it's a different world now. I don't know. People do say there's still a bunch of bots in free-to-play, but they're probably all at Ogresses or something like that, so it seems like I'm mostly fine in these free-to-play worlds. I think if they do get bad, I can just play like on an update day or something. These runs aren't too long, so it shouldn't be a big deal, but it could really impact the run if there's suddenly an influx of really annoying bots. Clay is supposed to be so easy to mine. What is happening? Mine the clay! Come on, man. Seriously? What's going on? Give me the clay. Oh, finally. No, not the bot. I only need one more. There we go. Oh my god. We spend some money on a fire staff here. Fire runes for the future. And for now, we can actually auto-cast the airstrike, which is nice. And we start Romeo and Juliet while we're here. Just like the quests from earlier, everything we're doing is intertwined, so we started Romeo and Juliet so we can start Demon Slayer, do a little bit of Demon Slayer, we're gonna get a couple of the keys here, and then we're gonna stop doing Demon Slayer for a little while, just because it's the quickest way that I've figured out to do it. Are they really botting the cadaverberry bushes? That's crazy. Woo, one more quest. Ash, flour, and water. Oh, my bucket's empty. Dang it. I messed that up a little bit. Started the Prince Ali rescue quest a long time ago. We're finally getting to it. Am I gonna take damage here? Gotta go. What, did I do something wrong? Oh, I didn't talk to Leela yet. Am I supposed to do that? Okay, that is in the plan now. A little annoying, but again, that's what this run is for. No, what the fuck? What's happening? Okay, so the wiki was just wrong about the buttons, but whatever. Finally continuing Restless Ghost. 5 mining for the future, and now we can do all of Misthalin Mystery, which is one of my least favorite quests, but whatever. Oh my god. Woo! Woo! There's Imp Catcher done, and we finally got the Firebolt spell, when we actually have runes on us anyway. Takes a lot of space to do speedruns like this. I'm sure the Amulet of Accuracy will come in handy for Alvarg at least a tiny little bit. Get the skull for Restless Ghost. And Rune Mystery is done, finally. I just need one more chicken for the bones. Let's go. We drop off the bones with Treyborn at the same time. Progressing a bunch of quests in this little wizard's tower here. I think we don't have to come back now, which is nice. I walked all the way into the Draenor Manor without actually starting Ernest the Chicken. That's gonna lose me a little time. I also didn't have the stake and hammer in my inventory, so the Vampire Slayer that I was about to finish after Ernest the Chicken isn't doable, so I'm glad we decided to do a test run first. Okay, well that is in the plan for the future now as well. I really thought I would have a hammer from Tutorial Island, but whatever. Okay, well I definitely lost a few minutes there, but at least we know we can PB if we don't fuck up that badly next time. Okay, this should be okay. I'm gonna have to eat a lot, but it shouldn't be a terrible fight. Oh, I didn't bring garlic. Oh, that's a bummer. I gotta put that on the list too. Wow, I fucked up all sorts of stuff in this manner. Seems like it's not necessary, but I did fuck it up. Let me stab him. Let's go. Vampire Slayer done. For 20 attack. My second little skill grind here. I need 10 cooking. So we buy some cheap sardines, cook them up on some fires that we grabbed some logs for on the way. Shouldn't be too long or too expensive, so hell yeah, let's get it done. Already got a few cooking levels from the quests and stuff, so doesn't need to be a lot of fish. Doesn't need to be a lot of money. Should be really easy. Look at that, we're already level 8. Well, dang, I only needed 1 fire for that. That's good to know. Wow, I bought a steel instead of an iron. Think it's worth hopping to sell? Probably not, but I'm gonna. This is a test run anyway. Oh, I have to run all the way away? Can I just kill him? How much health does it have? Not a lot, but he's gone already. Let's go. And here is the third and second to last actual skill grind that we're gonna have to do here. We have to get 31-ish mining. We need a bunch of iron. We need some coal. So yay, let's get it done. I'm gonna spend a little money on some equipment for the grind. I hate that everything is... Steel is level 5, except for mining, it's level 6. Mithril, it's level 20, except for mining, it's level 21. I have known that since beginning my RuneScape journey like 2 decades ago, and it's still something I forget. Very annoying. Whatever. Anyway, the Dwarven Mines will be my home for the next little annoying little while. I was trying to think of a better way to mine and bank iron, and between now and the next attempt I might figure one out, but as far as I know, without like progressing the account a little bit in free-to-play, Dwarven Mines right here should be the fastest iron that I can mine and bank. I've got to mine it because to do Dragon Slayer you need 90 steel nails, and there is no way to get those in free-to-play without making them yourself or buying them on the Grand Exchange. And to do that, we need to not be an iron, and we need smithing levels, so here we are. We're gonna have to do, it's a lot less smithing than it would be because we're gonna do Knight's Sword at one point, but I'm still gonna need like 400-ish iron ore in the bank, so hang out here, we got 15 mining, we bank a bunch of iron, and hopefully the RNG isn't too bad when we smelt it. Because that 50% chance of just deleting your iron ore instead of giving you a bar is kind of a bummer. And I can't figure out an easy way to get a ring of forging. There is one in the Varrock basement, and you can do that, like, crack the clue thing to get it. You can go into the vault, but to do that, you need 28 items that I'm not gonna get, so... This is the move. I tried to find a way around it, but I think this is the move, sadly. Okay, we're onto the iron. Hopefully this isn't too bad for me. There's a bunch of bots killing the scorpions, so I shouldn't be killed by the king scorpion, whatever it's called. Wherever it is, if it exists. But this should be okay. I say that as I'm taking 7 years to mine 1 rock. But we just gotta get to 21. We'll get a pickaxe upgrade. It should be okay. Okay, this is pretty annoying, actually. I don't really know what to do to make this easier. It wouldn't be faster in Varrock. It kind of sucks, actually, here. This is like my 2nd or 3rd inventory, and I'm already having to run away from skeletons from scorpions, even though I took food with me. So, I don't think the Varrock mine would be any better with the bots and the beggar that's there. I mean, I think this is the best I've got. Which is annoying. Let me double check, though. Yeah, everything else is basically way further. Or is going to be just full of bots that I can't do anything about. So I think this is probably the best I've got. Maybe I'm just getting a little unlucky at the moment. Maybe it'll get a little better. It's not a ton of XP I have to do, so... yeah, let's hope it gets a little better. You know, someone who isn't me would get alts and just tank the scorpions down here, much like these bots have been doing, but I don't know. Still just feel weird about using alts. It's not my thing. a very intelligent woman just reminded me that it's probably faster to pick up the iron ore spawn in the wilderness for smithing, because that's entirely just world hopping. It would suck to die and lose the, if someone gets snippy and decides to PK me, that's just something I'm going to have to deal with, but probably be faster than this, considering I'm going to have to smelt all these, and one ore is basically a 50% chance, at making an actual bar, so it's kind of like, is it worth the time? It's probably not worth the time, plus all the time I spent mining copper ore, so that makes a lot more sense, I think. I think I've just convinced myself on the way here. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to do that. Thank you, Lily. I've even got a minigame teleport to get there. And we just take everything off, bank it all. We don't need to worry about eating if someone attacks us. The only thing you really want to do is die and log off until the teleport comes back up, really. So, woo. But I still need coal. Is that why? Is that why I had to do that? Let's have a look. Okay, so I need 30 mining anyway for the coal, so it wasn't a huge waste of time, and the plan is ever so slightly changed now, I suppose. We will mine until 30 mining. We'll bank... Do we need to bank the ore? This is, like, quite a lot faster. Annoying with the bears, but quite a lot faster. And it will still be faster than smithing it anyway, so I guess we power mine iron until 30 mining, and then we've got to come out here, get all the bars we need for the experience after Knight's Sword. That does, however, mean that I could do the iron wherever I wanted instead of at the scorpion-infested dwarven mines. Should make things a little bit easier. Maybe I could go to Remington. Where's the stuff? Maybe I can go to Remington, mine the stuff there. It should be relatively easy to get to. Shouldn't be too bad. But this should save some time on the run at least, although it really sucks to have to do this. World hopping methods are not my favorite thing. Wow, you need a lot of worlds to get these too. That's annoying. At the very least, I don't need too many of these. I need 222 total, basically, to get me from the XP that Knight's Sword gives to 33, at which point I can boost to make steel nails, which should be fine. It should be fine. It's just going to take a little while, and these bears are fucking annoying as hell. We do also have the pool of refreshment here, which is nice. Some actual run restore during the speed run should be helpful. Is that all the bars I need? 227, yes it is. Okay, I've got to go back to mining. We've done this a little out of order as to how I should have done it, but we've got that in the plan now, so let's get back to it. This section is just full of all sorts of changes. In the future, I will be doing the 30 mining grind with leather mining. You can do a little bit of tick manipulation and free-to-play with leather and needle and thread. It's 4 tick mining. It's just a little bit better than mining normally, but it will increase the XP and make the run a little bit faster, so another thing to change for the future. Getting the coal alone is a nightmare. This takes so long. Imagine if I didn't buy a mithril pick. This is crazy. With the longest and most annoying skilling grind figured out for the future, it's time to finish the last little spaghetti parts of the routing of this run, but that's for next time. If you want to get the next episode a little bit early, if you want to get in on the Comfy Cozy members only Discord, you can click join down below and get access to all of that. It's very cheap and it supports me a lot, just like these wonderful people have. My Overkill Doer Hezi, one of the realest of all time, thank you so much. All of my Gwemlin Supremes, Vintage Tops, Matty O, Scrooge McDuck, Stark, and Emily, you're all my heroes. All of my Gwemlins and supporters too, it means so much that anyone clicks join. It is very helpful, and it means so much to me. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!